Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion's Adventures as the Forgotten. Man, we might just want to do like a Forgotten streak. I'm just worried, and this is very hubristical. XNNF SMAY. It's gonna be SMAY. How SMAY? How? Etc. etc. Yo, this is an interesting fight early on, but I think we got all the tools we could ever ask for to deal with it, thankfully. Dude, that's why you always follow through on a baseball swing. Look at how many kills we're getting on the follow through there. That was easy. Shoop the whoop, please. Did he even drop shoop the whoop? No shoop the whoop. We've been having some lovely runs. What I was gonna say is no joke. I think a streak as the Forgotten would be a lot of fun to see what the synergies are. A little bit of a dearth of tension, one might say, because the runs are, in all likelihood, almost guaranteed to be victories every single time. So what's the difference? But anyway. Well, I don't know. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with this, like, 2-a-day Isaac slot. It's a sticky nickel. Stop giving me one makes you small. I'm now in that phase of the Forgotten relationship where I'm like, it's not cute anymore. I just want I want the largeness of the bone so I can actually do some damage. 2 keys. Don't quote me on this, because this is conjecture, and it's based on anecdotal evidence, and I am, above all else, try to be a reasonable person. You know, if we're talking about something that has, you know, we gotta try. Never mind. Everything I was just about to say is now meaningless. Get swept. This is actually horrendous, and I love it. Okay, actually a black market could be interesting here. No! That was just... Okay, so what I was gonna say before I picked up... And that's the Hermit card. I'd rather have the Hermit card for now. What I was gonna say is I feel like Tinted Rocks have been paying out a lot less often with the stuff that most of the time you would want to see. Again, don't quote me on that, I'm just saying... Let's Hermit card so we have a good excuse to grab this in the future and move on with it. Our damage being almost doubled by the nail there is pretty amazing. I think this might turn out to be an inadvisable melee build, but we'll see as time goes on, I guess. Now, I was watching Corey's stream, and he was playing as the Forgotten. Oh, I love that. He was playing as the Forgotten, and Soy Milk showed up. Corey, of course, twitch.tv/flakblag. If you love Corey's stream so much, why don't you play board games with him this Saturday? Well, maybe I will. Maybe I will. Did Soy Milk show up in our item room? It must have been the item room. But he was playing Isaac, so I was like, you know, watching intently because, of course, you know, it's my territory, and if you're going to step to me on my turf, you know, you better be ready to take a shot at the champion lest you miss. But he was playing the Forgotten. Soy Milk showed up, and... He refused to take it under any circumstances. And chat was like, Ryan would do it. And he said, yeah, he would, but I'm not Ryan. And you know what I say to that? You're gosh darn right. With no hesitation, I take Soy Milk. And it may well ruin my run, but hey, it's doing a pretty good job of keeping these dudes away from me. Now don't forget, you got this soul back here. Still doing good work. Well, still doing some work. Ooh. I'm pretty sure we're like 1 bone heart right now. Actually, now we might have filled up at least the half heart interval of our second location. I'm just saying, Corey, like, you know, if you want to be taken seriously in the Isaac community, you're doing the right thing. If you want to ascend to the level of memedom that I found myself at, you gotta train yourself. You know what a loss is in Isaac? A win for the viewers. Chocolate and soy milk? This seems horrible. Although, somehow it was a lower rate of fire? Maybe it's awesome? It's incredible. And by incredible, I mean basically as good as the default start as the Forgotten. Except, look at the size of this bone. You know what? It's actually way better than the default start, because I'm realizing now the range on it is, well, it's a little lower now, but is disgusting. Oh my god. Look at his bone. Oh. I do want to become Guppy, so I think I will take that. Give me a second here. I just want to see what this looks like. I mean, that still looks pretty great, but... you know, I don't really want to go to the curse room, but I think we're going to go to the curse room because we should be able to go to the curse room. Well, another Forgotten run has either gone off the rails or extremely gotten on the rails right off the back here. Right off the back. It's because I'm sitting... I bought it, like I was trying to say in a couple Slay the Spire episodes ago. And by the way, if you're looking at this and you're going, NL, why didn't you turn into the flying dude to go between rooms? I freaking can't because I just took the deal with the devil, alright? We're just going to get our HP back, get the heck out of there. I know we're leaving behind the ace of clubs. I do not care. We just want to grab this and go. So I'm sitting like very methodically. I have placed my back against the back of the chair because, you know, I'm just being real with you. I talk about it. It's not like I'm trying to predict like an apocalyptic scenario or something like that. I think we're going to grab this, go down to the next floor. I don't even know if Guppy's Pod does anything for us with this character. I really think there's going to be a day of reckoning for streamer health. And it's true, by the way. People have rightfully pointed out when I talk about... Oh my god, it's even faster now. When I talk about streamer health, people go, NL, you know, like... The same complaints you might have about your health as a streamer, you have in any office job. Too much sitting, not enough exercise, and, you know, eating out a lot. That's definitely something that happens at a lot of offices, you know, ordering takeout or walking down the street to buy lunch somewhere. True, but it's like 100% of streamers. I'm just looking out for the people in my business. I'm not trying to say we've got harder physical situations than anybody else. I'm just saying, like, you know, there's things that, if not being unique to us, are at least ubiquitous within streamers. So I really do think that, you know, if you don't get a handle on that, a lot of us, perhaps myself included, are going to be in trouble once we get older and, you know, our bodies become a little bit less resilient by default. So trying to make sure that while I'm young, you know, I take care of my back and take care of my heart, mostly. Like, I want to be able to play Isaac for a long time, dude. So, I was tricked into spending way too much money on a chair, but I gotta admit, it feels amazing. As soon as I've been using it, I'm not gonna disparage the company, because, you know, they're very popular in the streaming industry. DX Racer, of course. You know, the chair looks like a spaceship. I'm sure you've seen it. I don't know if it's a good chair or a bad chair. What I will say is that it's comfortable, the DX Racer. I've been using it for like 4 years. It was a gift from my wife. I have a lot of, you know, sentimentality towards that chair. Recorded a lot of great videos in that chair. But the time had come for me as an adult to get a chair that didn't look like it was from a spaceship. To get a chair that instead was like, ergonomic scientists have named it the chair of the year for 35 years running. Like, I'm ready for that. And as soon as I sat down in this one, I was like, oh, it's like I'm sitting on a cloud. Like, the chair is forcing me to relax. Just by sitting on it. And maybe, you know, that's my brain trying to rationalize. You paid how much money for a chair? It better feel like a hug from a cloud. Luckily, it does. Alright, this run right now, the best compliment I can give it is that... And I mean, it's a good compliment. It's powerful enough that it doesn't even feel like I have soy milk. And we're like a little bit, we could still use some more damage. I'm not gonna say that, you know, more damage would be useless. But we don't need any more damage. It would be nice, you know, if we could double our damage. If we can get to 6 damage with 1 rate of fire, that's way more than you could ever reasonably feel justified in asking for. So, like, I'm definitely not suggesting that's like the bare minimum. That's like the upper percentile of what we would want on this run. And you know what? I think there's a chance that it may come to pass. We're already halfway there. And I don't believe we've gotten a damage multiplier, although admittedly I don't know how chocolate milk is handled in this situation, so it may be. I'm assuming Hot Pepper is not going to do much for us as Melee Lord. Yeah, I mean, this is just really, really good. Just a reminder when you're playing as the Forgotten, like, even your bad runs are good. So we could take Placebo. But I don't even have a backyard, so what am I going to do with the Placebo? I guess we'll take Crooked Penny. And, I mean, the luck downgrade kind of stinks. But apart from that, I mean, you got to be pretty happy. You know, we got some extra Spirit Hearts out of that, and we'll be moving on. Goodbye, Caves 1. It's been nice. Give me damage for my fights. Heading down to Caves 2. Hope my dreams will all come true. It's a good forgotten. It's not for me. Now this guy, yeah, that's what I was just gonna say, is you don't want to get too close to him. Get back, Twitch chat. I'm gonna bring you on back. Dude, this is actually like a... Okay, well, it's better if you don't do that. It's a good run as the soul, too. Like, our DPS is kind of outrageous. Now, the melee... Less safe, more fun. It's kind of the motto of the melee. The fever for the flavor. A little bone heart. Don't mind if I do. I don't know why every time I say bone heart, I become Snake from The Simpsons. I never realized how much Snake sounds like a... Just like a masculine valley girl. All right. I don't know any other Snake quotes. I can't remember. Simpsons memes are popping off, but I'm like, you know, if I had been a meme lord, if memes had existed beyond the Richard Dawkins sense, when I was in my, you know, preteen years, I would be like the king of the memes. During the Simpsons era, at least. Instead, I'm over here like, what episode is Bart smashing a chair over Homer's back from? I don't recall. Hey. Good stuff. I think it's from a Milhouse Divided, where Milhouse's mom and dad separate. It's a classic episode. It's the one where ooh, careful. Milhouse's mom starts dating an American gladiator. We gotta check it, right? And then he's like, Bart, smash a chair over my back, and then he does it, and it's perfect. Then he tries to do it to Homer, and Homer he just crumples because the chair, you know, is you get the joke, I'm sure. Please give me a red heart. No, thank you. Turns out I totally remember it. You know why I remember it? It's got one of my favorite Simpsons quotes of all time, where Homer's visiting Milhouse's dad as he stays in a motel. Milhouse's dad goes, I sleep in a race car bed. Do you sleep in a race car, Homer? And then Homer goes, I sleep in a big bed with my wife. Extremely great quote. Power pill. Well, this is not the best use of an item room, unfortunately. Now, I want to see... Oh, that's cool. Alright. We do want to go to the shop, as much as I would like to, you know, make sure we're beating the run in an expedited fashion. We also want to make sure we're going to the shop here, because we got the money for it. And also, actually, like, as soon as you get Omega Penny, you should be going to the shop on every occasion, because you can get a free shop. Even if you don't want anything, you might as well try to double it. I'm trying to think of what would be amazing for us here. I would love to get, like, Tapeworm. And again, that's another thing I love about this character, is that you start thinking of all these synergies, and maybe in, like, a year, I'll just know what the synergies are as the Forgotten. Like, look, you definitely want Tapeworm in this situation. But for now, I'm like... I don't know, man. Maybe Tapeworm is like a dream come true for us. We might as well take Compost and Dull Razor. We don't need either of them. And we'll just try to double again, I suppose, because we got a battery charge. And yeah, it's fine. Let's get out of here. We're pretty much exactly on pace for Boss Rush. But yeah, I want Tapeworm for range. And if we, you know, and, several range upgrades would also be fine. Something like Tractor Beam might be interesting for that as well. Anything for the soul that makes our tiers separate. So, you know, like a Parasite, Cricket's Body. And then, again, it's non-urgent. But some damage upgrades, you know, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. We're doing fine on damage, and we will win this run handily regardless of whether or not our damage improves. But it would be nice to make it a little smoother, even though it's already great. And I want to point out, I didn't even talk about it at the time, because, like, the run's so good, it's easy to forget some of the positives, but Infamy showed up, and Infamy is just it's a beautiful item for us here. It's a beautiful item at the worst of times, but, you know, for right now, the extra defense is going to pay dividends, because we're getting up in enemies' faces on the regular. Okay, well, what a surprise. We got Tractor Beam. I don't know what to do with it now that we've gotten it. Little range up. Oh my god. Did you see what in case you didn't see what was going on there, look at this. We can put out a staggering amount of damage with the soul here. You know what we actually need? And I'm happy I was correct, and Tractor Beam seems like a fun item, but you know what we actually need here? Obviously, if we can get flies, that would be incredible, but I think the biggest amazing get, we already know what those are, I think. The biggest amazing get for us would be Holy Light or Explosivo. Just to stack up an absolutely ridiculous amount of tier effects that have like a progressive benefit for us. So, as is often the case, I'm eyeing up Boss Rush here. Being able to open up those chests for once. I'm finally realizing, yep, they still suck. They are still almost exclusively not worth using here. Perth Throw is definitely worth holding. What does Flatworm do here? Very little, but we're not really using Blister for anything. So we'll hold it and maybe it'll benefit us later. Maybe we get Pupula Duplex along with it or something. I would prefer to teleport out of Boss Rush, but, you know, we could perhaps make an exception. So, I'm going to use a key, open this, and just to show you how much I love bombs, I'm immediately going to then, bombs are key, and leave us with 15 keys. I didn't want to spend even one extra key than was necessary in that situation. We basically spent the bomb to open the chest. And I'll save you the Aerosmith parody of, and I don't want to spend a key. Just kidding. 'Cause I still need the gold chest, but I don't want to spend a key. I did do you the mercy of coming in at, like, the end of the song when he's, you know... Well, I mean, if you wanted to, we could get a little bit more in depth. I could spend a key just to get a gold chest. I could spend it on a gold chest. Okay, well, this is terrible. And I just forget I ever did that. And we're moving on. Now I wish I had a bomb. Oh, wait, there's one right there. There's nothing to worry about. We actually needed the red heart, so... Very pleased with that. I think this run, strange as it may sound, is going to be awesome against bosses and great against enemies. But I think bosses are going to be our bread and butter for now. Because, like, for real... A single target stands no chance. And this feels like the way to our boss room. Which, I mean, I'd probably do the first room and then come back and maybe, yeah. Do the first room, come back. We can use Perth Throw maybe to try to get something good if we don't get anything else. So here's a little taste of our melee damage, and here's a little taste of our range damage. It's close, but I think our range damage might actually be better. I think we want Blood Clot. It was no damage up. Is there a soft damage cap? Like, are we at the damage cap for soy milk or something? Oh, careful. Easy to forget, by the way. We've been doing this whole run basically on item room items. And shop items, to be fair, but We have not had many deals with the devil. I am going to get one on this floor, and I sincerely welcome it. I'm very excited. I'm not even going to prognosticate. You know, I know we're working on a guppy chance, but apart from that, you know, I have basically no idea what could be, you know, a big pickup for us. Oh, that was close. Actually, we even got hit there, but Infamy saved us. Forget Me Now is actually just like a garbage item. I 100% absolutely do want Dunce Cap. Look at this! What a ridiculous situation we have going on here. Okay. No, I should have probably just ignored you, I guess, or doubled you from the start. Alright, 19. We're going to go to the shop, and it's probably going to preclude us from being able to go to the boss rush, and that's alright. Our melee, I think as a result of Dunce Cap, has actually surpassed our ranged build. I don't mind fighting Super Greed here. Speed at which we're able to output shots is wonderful. Alright, so let's go on. HP up is good if we can fill up the heart in time. It is unrealistic to think that we have a chance to get the boss rush. And so, you know, like, deep in my head, I'm like, well, so you're saying there's a chance. But I think literally, if our speed stat was 5, which the astute viewers amongst you may notice is not possible, we might have been able to make it in there in time to actually do some attacks. And our attacks are good enough that it might have been enough. But, ooh, to be honest, we didn't really... I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess, but... Yeah, boss rush, not plausible now. Not possible, actually. I love the sweep builds. What's a sweep build? High rate of fire, bone-on-bone action. Polaroid. Don't need that. Okay. I don't even know if Sacrificial Altar will work for us. It appears to have worked for us. Grab it. You know what we should have done is taken a Thame and then walked into it, because we would have gotten 2 extra Spirit Hearts back. But we'll Perth throw that. We gotta take it. No question. Alright, so we didn't double anything there, but HP is looking good. We're 1 Guppy item away from a transformation into, like, one of the funniest Guppy builds of all time, perhaps. And, I mean, we did up our damage. It is a reminder, though, that, dude, we're not going to get to 6 damage. By getting the Pact, we upped our damage by, like, almost nothing. Now, I mean, it's a lot when you consider that we have 2 times 1 rate of fire, more or less, because we're shooting 2 bones, or we're swinging 2 bones every couple of or every... Look, I don't know why I'm trying to get so academic about it. Our bones swing fast and we have 2 of them, so essentially our rate of fire is amazing. So, you know, the higher our damage goes, it scales better as a result of the fact that it's multiplied by our rate of fire. You get the idea, okay? You don't need me to spell it out for you. Got it memorized. It's a lot of golden chests. You'll notice, by the way, we did lose a trinket. How did that happen? Well, I didn't know that this was going to happen, but I was hoping it would. We turned Isaac's head into the Pact. So the fact that it works on all familiars, including ones that might be trinket-based, is amazing. Because basically we took like a D-tier trinket on a run like this, at least, and we turned it into what you gotta describe as an A-tier item in the Pact. And then we still have the trinket space that we can use for something else. Like, it's so incredibly obvious that that's like the perfect trade for us here. We do need one of those at least, but I heard a chest drop in here. Hey, good to know. Who cares? I'm just going to dump the tower card, get the heck out of town. This should be another real easy victory. Be a little bit more cautious than we're being. Oh, dude. Obviously, I'm taking the Bone Heart. And we gotta check these, because we're, again, one guppy item away. It's not even... There's no negotiation to be had. I want to... Every once in a while, I should do a quick test and see, like, is melee still the right way to go? And, right now, I'm gonna say yes. I think melee is still the right way to go. To a certain extent, it does depend on the room, but for the most part, like, it's crushing it. Small rock, please. It's fine. It's fine. It's not like, you know, I'm gonna win the run anyway, so... I'd love to get baseball tears, which is just my way of saying shielded tears with the Forgotten, I suppose. It's probably the right way. Not that I'm in a rush. What I would love to see is me not taking damage by being an idiot. But apart from that, what I would love to see is a deal with the devil that we only barely deserve. You know, if we get one, it'll largely be because we were lucky enough to have an XL floor last time. Charge up. Get in there. You know what? This might be the kind of enemy that you're better off doing this against. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I might be wrong. Maybe range is the right way to go here. See, none of these are good enough right now. I'm going to try to double them, and they did work out, so we're going to get them for free. Unfortunately, like, no stat change with them. We don't want a second black powder. I mean, it's not unfortunate. It's really good. Now, I thought about doubling our range upgrade, but if we lost it, I would have been disappointed, because range is actually super useful here. So, again, let's try this out here. Should have been the Bone Lord. We got HP. Yeah. Believe it or not, I think this room, the fact that we were able to do it so easily there, is essentially 100% because of our high range. Come on. Okay, you know what? I deserve that fully. What on earth? It's possibly, and don't take this as salt, possibly the worst version of getting 5 sacks I've ever seen in my entire life. How do you get 5 sacks and no battery charges? Strikes me as a little bit rude. Okay, I'm not going to pick it up, because I think if I pick it up, I have to fight. And when you have 99 cents, picking up 1 penny for the privilege of fighting a room full of bosses is probably unnecessary. You know, you might disagree with me on that one, but I think if we can meet in the middle and say that it's not necessarily a good idea. Bombs are key is fine. And we do have Guppy's Tail, actually, so I think, you know, this is the closest you're going to get to me actually describing or taking the opportunity to play intelligently when a run is this much in the bag. I will take Bombs are key, so that if we get a lot of items on the chest, which I would love to see, we'll have the opportunity to open all of them. Or as many of them as possible, at least. 16 keys is fine, but, you know, we basically have 35 keys if we take this, so why not? Now, again, a deal with the devil, far from necessary, but I wouldn't kick it out of bed for eating crackers. We're 1 guppy item away. And now, of course, my key logic is all falling by the wayside because I just left that key behind there. But in my actual defense, we just got 19 new keys, so we don't need 1 more. I don't know if that's how that's supposed to work, but that's how I'm going to choose to do it. Dude, with 1 rate of fire, if we could get homing tears, not homing tears, shielded tears, we would be able to, we'd be hitting fastballs back at Randy Johnson all friggin' day. So I fought Hush on the last run. I feel like, why risk it? I think we could die against Hush if we played our cards basically exactly wrong. Yeah, that's not a surprise, actually. Oh, that's so much worse. Like, this run, on offensive terms, is better than the last run, I think, although the last run was also very good. But what it lacks is the wafer. It lacks a little bit in defense. And Infamy's lovely. I would never besmirch the good name of Infamy as an item. But as good as it is, it's probably not as good as the wafer. So I just want to not fall victim to hubris. And of course, right after insulting Infamy, came through in the clutch and hooked me up. And that's why it's a good item and I'm a jerk. 9 lives. It's our time. I mean, you gotta take it, right? It's actually like 10% damage up. Pretty okay. Small rock. You gotta look. You gotta look. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. You gotta look. This time, you don't have to look. Alright. Smack ya. Put this guy down like in exactly the perfect scenario. Ooh, you almost got me there, I'll admit. This is pretty good. Now that he's coming back, I think you can just get down with the stickness. I knew there was a joke in there somewhere. I just had to trust the old humor module to come up with it. You're so lucky. I am so unlucky, but also destined to win. Alrighty. What kind of Isaac content creator into the year 2018 would I be if I didn't do that? Trash. 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 I didn't know you could... It's news to me, honestly, there's this many trash items in Isaac to begin with, but we'll grab them. We'll grab them. We'll grab them. Not you. So now we have Poison Bones. And we should be more sensible. And honestly use ranged, because our soy milk range build is now at least safer. Better is a bit of a loaded term, maybe, but I think it actually might have better DPS. As much as I'm begrudging to admit it. That'll work. Oh! I'm also begrudgingly ready to admit that... That was pretty bad. Begrudgingly ready to admit we're probably not going to get the Guppy transformation here, and it burns me up deep in my soul. But now, Marked is horrible, except for the rate of fire and range upgrade. But now that I think about it, ain't no rate of fire upgrade coming when you're at 1. Conehead, pretty solid. You want to take HP for range? The thing is, we probably could. HP for range? What am I talking about? HP for a lack of speed. Alright. I think you had to try at some point. Oh, this is a blast from the past. I don't see these guys doing too much damage to us. I'm just gonna keep swinging my poison bones, and if you get hit, it's your fault. Okay, what? It's a very, very strange run. But when it works, it works. You know what Malf said? If it's stupid and it works, it isn't stupid. I think we do need that. It comes with the... I thought it came with like a shot speed upgrade or something. Oh, he's done it. No? Oh, okay, homing tears. Now we're starting to talk. I'm kind of reluctant to use the ranged build because of Marked now, which I think was actually a very dumb pickup. But default homing tears might be something to go on there. By the way, anyone predicting, oh, you know he's going to lose this run because he can't see his red hearts. Ye of little faith, my dudes. I've been paying attention. I think we've lost 1 bone heart, which is completely okay. How do you work? What? Are you seeing this? The sprinkler has ascended to maximum meme level. Look at the speed that it's rotating. That's amazing. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Also, a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.